I remember when I was a teenager, I used to have a very skinny arms and I used to wear t-shirts also, so it would spoil all of my looks because I have skinny arms and it looked like pencil, and I hope it would look bigger, but they didn't. My biceps looked like noodles and my triceps were just non-existent. I was stuck with wearing baggy shirts and t-shirts, and I wish I could fill out t-shirts like the other guys that I admired. But now 6 years later, my arms are one of the proudest features I have in my body. And in this video I'm gonna tell you how I exactly did it and how you can also grow your arms. So let's get started. So aesthetic arms are the first thing people notice you when you wear t-shirts, and they shows that you are a stronger man, and they shows that you are a stronger and disciplined person, and they are the symbol of strength and discipline in a man, and honestly they are attractive to everyone. But more importantly, building your arms improves your confidence. It's not just about looking good, it's also about feeling powerful. So before we jump into this, we have to understand the anatomy of biceps and triceps like your arms. Your bicep has basically three muscles, which is bicep brachii, which has two heads like long head and the short head, and your brachialis muscle and your brachioradialis muscle, which is coming down from your forearms. So first of all, we have to understand that there are hundreds of exercises of biceps, but when we flex our guns like our arms, all of our biceps muscle are targeted. And especially when you do compound movements like chin-ups and when you do barbell curls and when you're targeting your back, it's already being targeted when you're training your back, but it doesn't mean that we don't have to train that separately. We have to also do some isolation exercise like bicep curls for short head, which is our bicep brachii. On incline bench press, we have to lay down on incline bench, and then we have to do curls with the dumbbells, which targets our short head and also our long head. And this is the best exercise that you can do to target your short head and your long head and to grow your bicep brachii. And I recommend you to really focus on the eccentric part, like the negative parts where you really resist the weight and you really hold the weight, and to kind of stretch those muscles and to build it bigger. And for brachialis muscle, which is the outer part of our biceps, and the best exercise is hammer curls. We can do seated hammer curls or we can do a standing hammer curls, it doesn't matter. And the other exercise is reverse grip barbell curls. And you can also progressively overload in this exercise by putting on more weight and to do more reps. And this is the exercise where you also target your brachioradialis muscle, and you're also training your forearms like your brachioradialis muscle, which is linked with your forearms and your biceps. So I recommend you to do at least 10 sets of biceps exercises in a week, and you can separate them by doing them after 2-3 days, and you have to train all of your biceps like muscles at least 2 times in a week. So let's talk about triceps muscle now. Triceps has basically 3 heads, which is long head, medial head and the short head, and we have to do all of the exercises separately for them. But when we do chest press or when we are training chest, we are already targeting our triceps muscle, and because we are doing compound movements like when we are doing bench press exercise or we are doing dumbbell bench press or everything like we are training our chest, we are already targeting our triceps, but we have to also train them separately like the biceps. So for the short head, we have to simply do push down pulleys on like tricep push down on the cable machine, and we have to do at least like 3 to 4 sets of that with really isolating the tricep muscle. And for long head, we have to simply extend our arm like this, and we have to focus on the stretch part because this is the part where we are really focusing on the stretch, and all of your triceps muscle are really stretched in that. So we can go with overhead tricep extension on the cable machine, or we can go with dumbbell tricep extension where we extend our arms like this and we do dumbbell triceps extension like this, or any movement where you are extending your arms over your head and you're targeting your triceps. And for the medial head, we are also targeting our medial head when we are doing overhead extension and we are doing tricep push down, but we have to also train them separately. And the best exercise is close grip bench press. Close grip bench press is the exercise where we are really focusing on the medial head of the triceps, and this is the muscle which is very short and which is linked with the long head. So we have to focus on that also. And I recommend you to do at least 8 to 10 sets of tricep exercises in a week, and we can separate them in like the biceps, like you can do it 2 times in a week. But I recommend you to do more sets of the biceps if you are chasing aesthetics, because bicep is more aesthetic muscle than the tricep, and you've already heard of this term that tricep is bigger than biceps and everything. But we are chasing aesthetics, and personally I have chased aesthetics, so I'm really focusing on the bicep rather than triceps. I don't really train too much of tricep, but rather I train too much of biceps because I wanted bigger biceps, because biceps is the muscle which is included in the aesthetic muscle group. And personally I train too much of my biceps rather than triceps. My triceps are already included in the compound movements, it's already included in my chest exercises, so I don't really train triceps too much. I do train sometimes, I like once in a week or something, but I don't really train tricep that much than offer biceps. When I was doing my back exercise, I also train my biceps because my biceps are already included when I was training back, so I also do some dumbbell curls or barbell curls on that day, and also I train them separately on another day. And the most important thing that you have to focus on progressively overloading if you really wanted to grow your arms. And I recommend you to progressively overload with the weight rather than with the reps. And if you are doing isolation exercise like dumbbell curls or incline dumbbell curls or anything like that, I recommend you to put more weight on that and really focus on the form and also the negatives so that it will grow faster. And progressively overloading is the thing that I speak about in my every video, and you have to really focus on that. So this is all in this video, and if you really wanted to build an aesthetic body, and if you need more help with the diet plans and with chasing the aesthetic muscles and with chasing the aesthetic body, just check out the first link in the description.